multimedia elements related to text. Formatting. Information is not valuable unless it is understandable. A user can read a document full of accurate data, but unless they can comprehend the data or the data is unpleasant to read, it will be useless. Formatting allows text within documents to be more aesthetically pleasing and easier for users to read and understand. There are a variety of ways in which text can be formatted using tools within many types of software. Some basic formatting tools generally found across most classifications of authoring software include bold, italics, underline, alignment, indents, bullets, numbering, size, and color. So what we're going to do now is take a look at all these basic formatting tools and how they will apply to our text. So we're going to use this text here on our screen and we're going to go through them all one by one. So the first one is bold, which add emphasis to text through make the lines of the symbols thicker, which is great for making keywords and headings stand out. Next, we have italics, which give a slight slant to the text, giving you that more cursive feel to it, like it's done in slight type of running writing or old style. Okay, and this can be applied to any font, okay, the italic symbol, even if it is already a type of script font already. Then we've got underline, which adds emphasis to text through putting a line beneath the text-based symbols. Once again, great for headings or highlighting key passages of text. From here, then we've got alignment, okay, which is going to line up the text with a specific margin or within a specific text box. Okay, so firstly is center alignment, where a row of text will sit equally between the left and right margins of a document or text box. And then following that, we've got left alignment, which aligns it with the left side of the margin or the left side of a text box, and right alignment, where we align with the right hand side margin or the right side of a text box. The one that sometimes can be hardest to understand is justification. The justified alignment allows text to attempt to try to touch both sides of the actual margins or both sides of a text box equally. And this is the same for every row. Again, it was used in newspapers going back right centuries ago. It excludes the bottom row as the bottom row might only have a few words on it and it doesn't make sense to do that or really spread out the characters too far. But for every row above the bottom row, you can see that the top three rows here are all equally touching both left sides of the text box and right sides of the text box equally. So that's the justified alignment. We then have indentation, which adds a specific amount of space between a paragraph and the margin it has been aligned with. And the paragraph can be indented multiple times. So I'm going to indent this text 3 times. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Within word processing software, there's an indent tool. Sometimes you can press tab as well to indent a text row or paragraph as well. So add space between the paragraph and the actual margins aligned with. We then have bulleting, which adds a specific symbol, which is traditionally a dot, but now we can use many other symbols these days, to selected rows of text. Bulleting indents the selected text in conjunction with the current selected alignment. All right, so it's going to indent it from the left margin if it's got a left alignment. It's great when users want to highlight multiple points, so listing items or outlining multiple items that are incorporated into whatever they're talking about. We then also have numbering, okay, which creates an ordered list through adding a specific numeric symbol at the beginning of each row. So it's similar to bulleting, except we've got a sequence of numbers that are in order now preceding where the bullet was. Now, this is great for showing procedures as the items are listed in order and sorted numerically in that way. There are tools for starting numbers at specific points for bulleting. There are many types of fonts that can be used for the numbering of the actual bullets. But yeah, numbering is great for creating structured lists. And when doing it in HTML for websites, it actually is referred to as OL, an ordered list, because it puts the items in order and based on their number. We then have size, which is the size of the characters. Font size is measured in point units, with 10 to 12 kind of being the standard for body text size for fonts. So here on my screen, we've got Arial font at 200 point. Then we've got it there as 150 points font, 100 point font, and then 50 point font. So you can see that I'm shrinking it there and I can changing it and how it pretty much scales based on the point size being used. Then finally we have color, which changes the color of text, adding variety to a page and kind of being more stimulating to look at if we can use appropriate colors within our documents or within our files. Color must be chosen carefully as some colors are hard to read when used on different colored backgrounds, as well as when there are a large amount of text to read. So here are my colors. So I'm going blue, green, pink. Okay, just change the different colors. I've then gone to this beige color, and this is kind of what I'm saying. This is kind of hard to read on a white background. So I've got to be careful and obviously acknowledge what background color I'm using there, because it can be hurtful in the eyes if all my body text was written this color. Though there may be instances where I do want it kind of to be kind of faded into the background. So it also depends on our purpose as well. And then, as obvious, we can make all the different characters different colors as well. So I hope this video has given you a good introduction to the basic formatting tools that are available in pretty much all types of software that allows us to manipulate text. Okay, I'm sure you've used pretty much all of these before, but this was just a brief outline.